Hello, Varshini. It is great to have you in our episodes of Placement Talk. So, would you like to start off by giving a small introduction on yourself and the company that you're placed in?
Hi everyone. I am Varshini Eke. I am a final year graduate in VIT Chennai, specialized in electronics and computer science branch, which is ECM. I've been part of many clubs like Enactors, Debate Society, here and there, few MUNs, and yeah, so that is pretty much about me. I'm placed in a company called Zuora, which is a subscription renewal service based company. Uh, I've been offered the role of a software engineer, and the CTC is 17 lakhs, with 3 lakhs being reserved stocks.
First of all, congrats on your placement. We definitely understand that this was no piece of cake. So, can you elaborate on the application and selection processes and the various resources that you stuck to?
The application process for this was a little simple. We were asked to apply for the company through our campus portal, and then we filled a Google form that asked us about our percentages of 10th and 12th and engineering. After that, actually, this company came only for CS, IT, and ECM branches. And then after that, they shortlisted around like 100 people, and then they gave us our placement talks. And then we wrote an exam on HackerRank for 120 minutes. And after that, I think around 20 to 30 students were shortlisted for interview process. And then there was only one interview, luckily for this, which was both HR and technical for 1 hour. And then after that, they announced our results. Strategies that I used were four. One was YouTube. There's for topics like OS or DBMS or networkings, for which you need just the theory concepts. I looked into YouTube. I felt that was more useful and I could understand much better through YouTube. There's this channel called Gate Smashers that you guys can check it out. It's really good. Then for coding and DSA, there are two main websites. One is Geeks for Geeks and the other is Lead Code. So Geeks for Geeks, there's this course called DSA Self-Paced, which is what I use. It covers all your theory concepts. It's for Java and C++, but even Python students can use it. And Lead Course is where I solve most problems. Try solving harder problems and medium problems because those are the ones that you get in the exam. And then, yeah, also if you're preparing like 1 day before the interview and you just want the overall gist of all the points that you made, you can go to this website called Edureka, where you get all summary of all the questions that you might get asked in an interview.
It's great to see that all of these worked out for you. Now, moving forward, how was a coding round and how did you approach it?
So the coding round was a little different for this interview. We had three coding questions. One was a DS algorithm question based on dynamic programming. The other was a SQL question that we had. And then there was another question on Java and not in JavaScript. So these are the three questions. I tried, the SQL question was still simpler because I've been doing a company where I'm used to writing code in SQL. So I did run the query. And the dynamic programming, I think when you solve in Geeks for Geeks or Lead Course, you kind of get an estimate of how you can solve the question, or it's just based on experience. So I was able to run that. But the API question, I didn't know how to call an API through Java or Python, so I left. There was also 10 MCQs on AWS, like they gave us a structure and then they asked us the diagrammic structure and they asked us to figure out what is missing or if it could be replaced. And it was a multiple answer question, so there were more than one answer slide. Yeah, that was a little hard.
That was very intuitive. But even after having an edge over all these skills, it is a way we present a resume that seals the deal. So, how would you suggest that we build a perfect resume?
So I don't think there's like anything or a perfect resume because I feel each role wants something else from you. So just make sure you put things in your resume that you're well aware of, that you can answer questions regarding them, because they can always ask you to, call an API or something like that if you put web development in your resume or something. Just don't lie about things, because then, they'll that you're confident, try to put more variety of things, little club activities that you did, projects that you did, and try to leave like one or two things from your resume so that you can answer questions like, if they ask what is apart from this resume, or what did you learn, so something like that. So my only advice is try putting things that you are well aware of, and also that you can answer questions about. That is all they will look for you in your resume.
All these projects and work experiences are a huge backing for us, and there is an array of options and opportunities I like to choose from. So, what do you recommend to keep in mind while deciding upon one?
So for internships and projects are very important in your placement process. Like I remember I got selected in one of the companies just based on my past internship. Okay. So internship, make sure it is aligned to your resume. Like suppose if you are into ML and AI, try doing more projects in that area. Also cover like so there are like basic topics that you need to know, like SQL, or little of any programming language. So try involving them also, so that you have a pack that covers everything, that this is not like in one particular zone, because then if you get offered another role, then you'll be able to not speak so much about your projects. So my advice is choose your projects carefully, because they're actually going to impact your placement a lot. And also, yeah, try getting internships more in the area that you like.
That's definitely an advice to keep in mind. Now, coming to college activities that shape us into a perfect candidate, how important of a role do you think soft skills play?
Okay, to everybody, soft skills is very important. I mean, you will not realize it until your fourth year when you're in placements. It's very important for you guys to sit in the soft skills class, and especially towards the end, they also do programming things like DSA or collections or something like in Java. So please listen to your soft skills classes. Don't ignore them. They're very important. They give you like a base of things, and you can understand, and you can sell yourself in a much better way if you go through all the trainings that they're asking. I know it's a little hard, but just go ahead with it. It's very important.
I really hope this session with you encourages our students to reach greater heights. So, would you like to give any advice to the juniors?
One major advice I would say is that if you're into placements and if you want to get placed in the company through campus placements, start coding. There's no other way. Even if you belong to the the triple E mechanical, just start coding, because you will realize that throughout there'll be super dream companies that keep coming, that will need you to do at least some coding, so you cannot escape from it. So if you want to get placed, then just start coding. Even if, like for us, the placement started in July, so super dream companies came even in January and February and March. So even if you're in September and you're worried you won't get placed, just sit down, start coding, and then I'm sure you'll get placed in a very good company. So yeah, that is my advice. Also, don't take it too seriously. Don't be so hard on yourself, guys.
Thank you for that, and we appreciate the time that you have taken for us today.
Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity, and also, helping the junior students.